Hey guys, the numbers are in for Breakfast Point for July 2022. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group over at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices. A lot of changes in the last 2-3 months in the housing market. I haven't run one of these on video for Breakfast Point specifically, I think since like May 10th. So I'm going to kind of buzz through Breakfast Point for you pretty quickly. I'll show you the overall housing market in that. I've got this on YouTube and sending most of this. You guys are seeing this on email or on the neighborhood Facebook page. Again, share it with anybody you think might have some interest in watching it. Again, there's no pressure or obligation. I'm just trying to share some information out there. Also, if you like data, just put together a blog post of 18 economists' projections on the housing market. I think it's interesting to see what economists from a variety of sources have to say about where it's headed. I think it's really interesting to think kind of what they think on price. But let's get right to it. Overall housing market. You guys know I'm a big fan of this chart. The red line represents the number of housing units for sale. Here we were January, February. Here we are in July. We've moved up from 139 homes for sale to 353. Think about that for a minute. Buyers have way more choices than they did in January. So obviously our months of inventory number, remember 4 or 5 months of inventory represents kind of a neutral market in real estate. We've gone from 1.48 to 4.47 in just a few months. 4.47 is very, very much neutral market territory. You would expect to see, if we stay there for a long time, you would expect to see pricing at the very least flatten out. We've been seeing a lot of price appreciation recently. When we live in seller market territory like we have been, it's pretty reasonable to see heavy appreciation. If we stay in that neutral market area, which 4.47 kind of represents that, it wouldn't be surprising to see prices flatten out. Now, one thing that will be interesting to watch going forward with all these economic headwinds that are out there, do we drift from 4.47 to 5 or 6 or 7? Or do we kind of hover there? 4 or 5 months of inventory, if we live there for a while, that's sort of the normal pace for housing. You would expect pricing to stay about where it is, generally. If we drift into 6-7 months-ish range, and we live there for a while, we could really see some pressure on pricing to come down and adjust a little bit. So the next 30 to 60 days is going to be really, really interesting to see. It's going to tell us a lot about where the market may be headed. I'm really interested. My next 2 reports will probably tell us a lot about where pricing may be headed. We look at Breakfast Point specifically. There's a little less data because it's a smaller community than the entire beach, but you can see the red line here. And we have some new construction. So that kind of throws, the numbers a little bit, the numbers get a little skewed, but very generally we had less for sale in January and we have more for sale now. Kind of a big uptick in new listings because of the new construction. But still, when you look at this, we were under a month of inventory for a very long time, scorching hot market. But Breakfast Point is still sitting at 1.43 months of inventory. Very much a seller's market. I contend that you can still be pretty ambitious in Breakfast Point with pricing, depending on your location and condition. That all matters. But the things are still a little bit in a seller's favor in here, according to the numbers. Again, I haven't done one of these since the 10th, so I wanted to at least show you the list. I don't know that I'm going to burn through 75 listings for you in the video. Most of you are probably getting these already if you're on our e-alert system, or you can click each one and see the pictures and descriptions to see how you compare. A lot of this is the new construction, though. I'll just point out some highlights. So new construction, 3.2s. There's some under contract as low as 334. They still move up. Similar square footages move up to 440, 440. These are all, those are all closed. Under contracts, these pendings mean under contract. You have a bunch start at 446, same square footage up to 464. One of the builders is putting one out there as a kind of a carrot at, hey, we're selling at 464 or 475. That's probably pre-upgrades. Here's some more that are under contract, 480s, 485. Resale under contract asking price 489, a resale closing at 486. Again, new section, putting some more listings out there so builders can get traffic, asking $489 for a 4-bedroom. That's probably their least expensive, trying to get you in and do some upgrades. Resale 101 cedar hammock sold for $490. A lot of new construction here. Just point out some of the highlights. 301 Grays Point is for sale for $499. Another builder having another model out there. Usually will list each one of their models, but not put every lot that's available. They don't want to flood the market too much. I closed this one. We closed this 3-2, closed at 510 recently. We're working on this one, 321 Johnson Bayou Drive. It's under contract, moving along. A lot of newer construction here. We're working on this one for 11 Mill Point Lane under contract. Breakfast Point Boulevard, new for sale. 307 Johnson Bayou Drive, closed at 550. We worked on that one, actually. More new construction now in the 2,500 square feet, pending 555s, 560, 563, up to 569. 212 Johnson Bayou, we worked on that, 570 closed. More new construction, 4 bedrooms up to 574. More new construction, 2,500 square feet. Encouraging, because remember, we're looking from May 10th, and the market probably is still drifting up for most of the new construction. So you had those up to 591. 227 Johnson Bayou is a resale under contract. 402 Breakfast Point, we're working on that one, resale under contract. 322 Johnson Bayou sold, 615, and new construction at under contract 617. New listing at 510 Breakfast Point, 624.9. More that are under contract, still encouraging pricing, 625, 634.9. We're working on that one. New construction, we closed 307 Basin Bayou Drive for 638. We closed 126 Johnson Bayou Drive for 648. 131 Johnson Bayou closed at 650. More new construction. 106 Johnson Bayou Drive closed at 655. 312 closed 665. 5-bedroom, 3,500 square feet. We closed 301 Basin Bayou Drive for 715. And 216 Johnson Bayou Drive closed 725. Highest recent sale in that time period. So I know that's pretty quick going through 70 plus listings, but what probably should jump out at you there is there isn't a lot for sale in Breakfast Point other than the new construction and a handful of resales. Still a lot of activity. Still one of the more desirable neighborhoods in Panama City Beach for now. We don't have Ward Creek coming out yet. We don't have new sales at some other competitors that could be coming pretty soon. The general market is slowed down to more neutral. Breakfast Point is still a little hotter than the overall market. So I contend that you can still be a little more ambitious on your pricing than you could be in some other places. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out on real estate stuff. Cell number is 850-527-0221. Thanks for watching.